Helpful for days like today.
Yes.
All right, now to our other big story, the Indiana primary. It is election day, and right now polls are still open across Indiana for another 2 hours.
Yes, another 2 hours. And despite a history of being a low turnout state, Indiana has actually seen a surge in people voting this year. So we have live team coverage this election day, but we want to begin with Jennie Runevitch. She is in Irvington. That's where polls will be open until 6. Jenny?
Yeah, Felicia and Dustin, I am at the Irvington Presbyterian Church on Washington Street. This is one of 182 vote centers across Marion County, and you said it, it's open till 6. So if you haven't voted yet and you live in Marion County, you have a little less than 2 hours to do so. All right, let's talk turnout, because that has been the big talker this election season. I'll tell you, the people here at this vote center tell me they've seen a steady stream all day. They were at around 600, around 330 today for ballots at this location. As for totals overall in Marion County, we just got some new numbers in. The Marion County Election Board telling me as of 3:30, there have been 55,421 in-person ballots cast today. So what does that mean? Give me some context. Well, that's actually about 4,000 more than 2024 at this time, the last primary election. Now, unclear if the rain this afternoon is having an impact on the number of people coming out to vote today overall, but really not an issue here, they tell me. Also, early voting, a big deal. We've been reporting huge surge. Numbers are way up, nearly double the previous primaries in Marion County. In fact, there have been nearly as many early voters this year as in each of the previous 2 primaries combined. Again, that's a big deal because Indiana's primary turnout is usually among the lowest in the country, especially in non-presidential election years like this one. But today, things have been going smoothly at the vote centers. In fact, the Marion County Election Board telling me there was really one issue earlier in the day. That was in Lawrence. One of the vote centers actually had to open an hour later, and that was because an inspector actually got in a car crash headed to the vote center. But that person's okay, and they were able to open on time, and really no other issues. Things have been going smoothly, and a lot of people coming out to cast their ballot, which of course everyone, regardless of political party, likes to see. Dustin and Felicia.
All right, Jennie Runevitch reporting live in Irvington. Thank you so much. And one of the big races today is in Indiana's 5th congressional district. That's where Democrats are lining up for a chance to challenge incumbent Congresswoman Victoria Spartz.
It's a crowded field for Democratic voters. Jenna Webster is covering this race for us tonight. So, Jenna, how are they feeling about it?
Well, the Hamilton County Democratic Party chair tells me, he told me just a few weeks ago that this is the most competitive primary they've ever had. That's kind of across the board, but that does include the 5th district, where there are 7 Democrats running here in the 5th district, hoping to unseat Victoria Spartz. That's up from the last 2 primary cycles, too, where there was only 2 Democrats on the primary ballot. And these Democratic candidates that are running have a pretty wide range, too, of candidates for voters to choose from. They've got political newcomers, some small business owners, a couple people with an Army background. One of the people that is running is J.D. Ford. He has represented State Senate District 29 since 2018. He actually flipped that seat. It was long held by Republicans. He is considered a fairly moderate candidate. Then you've got Jackson Franklin. He says he's inspired in part by Bernie Sanders, so a little bit more of a progressive candidate. Then there's Deborah Pickett, who won the 2024 nomination for the Democrats, faced off against Victoria Spartz before losing in the general election. Many of the candidates have talked about lowering costs, focusing on health care, immigration, and accountability in government. The winner of tonight's primary, like we've been talking about, likely will face incumbent Republican Victoria Spartz. So she does have one challenger tonight. She is seeking a 4th term in Congress, saying her campaign is focusing on things like cutting federal spending, balancing the budget, and border security. You heard Jenny talking about it in Marion County, but early voting here in Hamilton County is way up, actually triple from the 2022 midterm primary turnout, up from the 2024 primary. A lot of that is credited to just how many candidates are on the ballot across the board here in Hamilton County for people to choose from. Here in Westfield at Grand Park, they say they've had more than 750 voters come in today. They're actually estimating that'll get to 1,000 by the end of tonight, guys.
That's incredible. Emily Longnecker was asking voters yesterday what's driving them to the polls. A lot of them also said affordability, gas prices, grocery prices, those types of things. So a lot of factors all in this thing. Jenna, we'll check back with you a little later. Thank you very much. And across the state, there are also some very unusual primaries for state Senate. 7 senators who opposed President Trump's redistricting push are now facing serious primary challenges. Those 7 state senators are Linda Rogers, she's up in northern Indiana. You've got Dan Durnall in northwest Indiana, Spencer Deary in the Lafayette area, Jim Buck, Greg Good, and Travis Holdman. They all come from Republican districts across the state. According to Politico, Republicans have spent more than $14 million in their primary races. Experts say that is unheard of. Most of the money coming from outside groups, either trying to punish the lawmakers, the sitting lawmakers, for defeating redistricting or trying to defend them. One target is a man not even on the ballot. That man right there, Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray. He's not up for re-election this year, but the Indiana Capitol Chronicle says one goal of this whole retribution campaign is to get these challengers into the Senate and then vote Bray down and out of his leadership position in the Senate. Of course, we'll be watching these races closely in our election night streaming special. We'll have the results as they come in, plus a chance to hear from the candidates and our panel of experts. It all starts at 6:30 tonight. We'll have it on WTHR+.